Boosting local processing, providing support to local farmers, and investing in research and development are some strategies Nigeria hopes to introduce to become a powerhouse in cocoa production in Africa. John Alamu, the Group Managing Director of Johnvents, joins me for this discussion. The company recently got a $40.5 million investment into their business to optimize production efficiency as well as strengthen their sustainability and traceability program. Thank you so much for your time today, John. And I'd like you to first weigh in on what we're looking at as a cocoa strategy as a country right now, and what are some of the areas you think needs key changes?
Thank you for having me. Nigeria cocoa is one of the best quality cocoa in the world, especially when you look at the organoleptic qualities. The aroma of our cocoa is excellent, the color, the taste, but you would observe that we have been declining when it comes to quality and quantity globally. We're currently the fourth largest cocoa producing country in the world. We used to lead, and you know, this is not the right position for us. Ghana is number 2, they are neighbors, so I'll use their statistics. Today, Ghana has a land area of 1.1 million hectares under production, while Nigeria has 1.4 million hectares. It tells us the problem is not land area under cultivation, because we have dedicated even more land compared to Ghana. It means for us to boost our cocoa production in Nigeria, we need to focus on the quality of seedlings. Seedlings are very expensive, so in other countries, these are things that government use to support farmers, you know, provision of seedlings, training on good agronomic practices, and you know, real focus on sustainable agriculture and focus on improving quality. You know, I think these are key things responsible, key things that will be responsible to take Nigeria back to its leadership position when it comes to cocoa production globally.
Yeah, it's a good thing you mentioned sustainability and traceability. Yeah, because when you look at the cocoa industry and how it's perceived globally, those are very key areas there. And I see that you have an ambitious target here. You're looking to achieve 100% of traceable cocoa in your organization with at least 90% certified by 2027. I'd like you to walk us through how that journey is like and what the recent investment from BII will do in helping to achieve those targets.
Yes, you're absolutely correct. So 3 years ago, we started this program supporting 150,000 farmers with farm inputs, with seedlings, etc. And like you have rightly mentioned, we have a goal to go 100% sustainable by 2027. Now, this is the problem with the cocoa industry globally. There are concerns around child labor. There are concerns around pesticide residue in crop, which affect food quality. There are quite a number of concerns, and you know, these are the subjects under sustainability. So under this program, we try to encourage organic farming, and we try to provide farmers with herbicides that do not have negative health, you know, impacts to people. Then we also bring them to, I mean, we do a lot of capacity building, training them on how to increase their yield. All of these things, they are subjects that contribute to sustainable agriculture, and these are the things we're trying to achieve in our program.
Yeah, because as a cocoa company, understanding the global dynamics, how it plays, the demand and supply dynamics, and how that impacts, you know, your export of the crop, go along with definitely in terms of how you position or strategize for the year. I'm trying to imagine for Johnvents, you know, the scope of your areas across the value chain where you're playing, and how you're interpreting the global dynamics at play.
Well, we are largely a processor. We're the largest cocoa processor in Nigeria. We believe that for Nigeria to take its place, to get the best value from cocoa farming, we need to do more of value addition than exporting the raw commodity. So while we invest in production, our core area of expertise is actually processing. So we process into cocoa butter, cocoa cake, and then we export. You know, mathematically, as a country, if we export, we can get 10x of the value of cocoa production, And I think this is what Nigeria needs at this time. As the current administration has a very ambitious goal of hitting a $1 trillion economy. So value addition is the way to go, and this is the space we're playing in.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, it's the amount of investment we can crowd into the space here. And I'm trying to imagine what you're doing to position in that light. We're seeing, you know, moves by big players like China coming into Cote d'Ivoire and Ghana, helping in that area, building processing plants. Are you looking that direction, or how you looking to get driving investments?
So firstly, to compete with those world leaders in cocoa production, we need to find a way to reduce production costs. In order to be able to compete, your price must be very, very competitive. So it's not just about processing. There are a lot of macroeconomic factors that we need to position ourselves properly. For example, it is cheaper to export cocoa from Togo and from Benin than to export from Nigeria. So while we are putting a lot of money into expanding our factory processing capacity, there are some other expense point that we can manage, or we need the government to help us manage. You know, competition at the ports, which takes our total export costs, you know, much less, and puts Nigeria's industry at a very, very competing, you know, angle. One, we need to increase production as a country, and increasing production as a country doesn't necessarily mean increased land area. You know, it's smart agriculture. Yeah. We need to include youths. Cocoa industry is seen as an industry for old people, but then there are a lot of youths on Instagram who are aspiring to become CEOs. I mean, they can become chocolatiers, all right, you know. So I mean, it's a whole system, a whole holistic approach. These things have been defined, you know, by reputable institutions. CRIN, there's a 10-year cocoa agenda. A lot of things have been, you know, placed in front of the federal government that can boost, you know, Nigeria's position. I think it's more of taking an action now than, you know, doing more of talking. This is the time to act.
Yeah, definitely quite a lot to do, especially when you talk about creative marketing and also cocoa product innovation, and also done with the right marketing strategies and all. And definitely interesting ways to increase local consumption, because I can imagine that will hold a lot of key here into the same play. But I'm afraid we've kind of fast run out of time. I'd have loved to get your contribution on that one, but something we'll have to give for another time.
Okay.
John Alamu there, the Group Managing Director of Johnvents.